to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today I'm doing a general random reading, meaning that I don't have any questions. So it may or may not resonate with you. So take the parts that does resonate with you and leave the rest. I didn't already have the cards shuffled and stuff like that. So let's see what comes in. Hold on. Oh, hold on, I forgot about the ambiance. I figured it'd be nicer to listen to the sound bowl or frequency music while I'm shuffling rather than just dead silence. Cause I have headphones on, I be jamming, so it's just woo. So. Alright, okay. We can see if there's anything else before I do. Okay. So far we have I was running from Forrest Gump. And let's see. Okay, so that's it. So we have Forrest Gump. He was running. He was running very fast. So you're either running towards something or running away from something. Then we have, these kind of sort of jumped out together. So we have, vengeance is a two-headed rat viper. While you watch your enemy goes down, you're poisoning yourself. That's Aang from the Avatar. Well, the last Airbender. And then we have, you know what grinds my gears? Peter from Family Guy. And then we have, to hate something that you used to love is so painful. Right, and then the card that pretty much decided to cut this was, who brought you here, Satan? It's just it's either something running towards you and you just don't want to deal with it, right? You used to enjoy it, right? And you no longer love it or enjoy it. It causes you a lot of pain, and you just want to leave it away, run away from it, just leave it behind, because it's toxic, it's evil. You don't want to deal with it. Next we have, I want to wreak vengeance on those who have forsaken me. You just and then you just vengeance and guilt and all that is unnecessary. You can just leave and walk away. Alright, with the who sent you, Satan? It's just you could just leave. Don't have to be in a situation, don't have to be there. Don't have to socialize with people, or talk to them in any way, shape, or form. You can block them. There's a lot of things you can do. You can. But yeah, like I said, you probably once loved it, but it caused you a lot of pain. Or hurt you, it forsaked you in some way, shape, or form that you just, don't want to deal with it. And even when it comes back in, you just why are you here? It's just what? Who sent you? Was it Satan? You're just here to cause some type of distraction, slow me down in some way, shape, or form, and I'm not dealing with it. I'm gonna run away, because Forrest Gump, I mean, he ran a lot in the movie. And Like, Forrest Gump, he ran a lot in that movie. As soon as I found the card, there we go. In the beginning, the first time where he realized he could run was to get help. He was seeking help, because somebody was bothering him and Jenny, and and Jenny was like, "Run, Forrest, run!" And he took off running. But we have expectations. Let's see what else comes in. And then we have thief. You either could expect something to be getting taken away from you, or somebody is like, like I said before, like trying to like trick you or some way, shape, or form. Or, but this for those who have forsaken me, they probably like took from you in some way, shape, or form. And then we have unexpected income. Didn't see it coming. But this. And now you probably will like want vengeance, but your best revenge is just like walking away, just not allowing them to have access to you. Cause honestly, they trying to take something from you, cause they lack it in some way, shape, or form. So it's just like, rather than trying to stoop to their level, just continue being on the level that you are, because they're not on your level and they're trying to catch up to where you are. So why would you go backwards? Continue to go forward. And then we have distance horizons. See, you could just distance yourself, walk away. Because they really could just be a distraction, or just, like I said before, they was just bullying Forrest and Jenny, and they was just walking home. They have their own things that they need to deal with, and they're trying to make it your problem when it's not really your problem to deal with. It's bothering them, so they're trying to come over so they can start bothering you, and it's unnecessary. And you have your own things that you have to focus on and deal with. So why allow somebody else's problems bother you or slow you down that you can't really help, because it's not your problems to deal with or fix. You're only here to fix yourself and love yourself. Well, fix yourself and like learn about love and experience love and love each other. But you can't fix another person if they don't want to be fixed. You can only help those that want to be helped. Like Amy Winehouse, right? People wanted to help her, right? If you didn't know, people wanted to help her, okay? And what did she say? No, no, no. She didn't want to go to rehab, okay? She didn't want the help. She did not want to change. So it's just like, I can't do shit about that. You can't do shit about that. You can't fix somebody that doesn't want to be fixed. And then we have poverty. Right? You find that out, realize that, you get, unexpected little tidbit, lesson. You distance yourself and leave them out in the cold. That's the best revenge. Is you focusing on yourself, getting your paper back up. If they took money from you, making it back. If they took it, you're going to get it back. It doesn't really matter. And then we have occupation. It could be working or working. You working on something, and something unexpected might slow you down, or like cause a halt in some way, shape, or form. But it doesn't mean that you can't overcome it, or like work on it, fix it, heal it. But you have to like put in the work and the effort to actually do that. do this in a while. Some videos. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna do it here because it popped in my head. So we have 28. 28 reduced to 10. So things coming to snap. Things coming to an end. Or a completion, or trying to come to an end or completion. Then we have 6 with 26 with 24, and 6 is all about like collaborating, working together to bring like things into harmony, communication. Then we have 27, that is 9, and 9 is all about releasing and letting go, reflecting, reforming. And then we have 36, and that reduced to 9 again. And then we have 37, and that's 10. So you need to reflect on what you want your peace and happiness to look like, and release and let go what no longer serves you or fit into that dream that you're having, or that you wanted to create, or you're working towards, your goal that you're working towards, and let it go and leave it out in the cold, like I said before. Because it's just slowing you down. It's two-sided. That's not the side that I was using. Hold on, now I gotta go find it. God damn it! Okay. So we have communication. Right? And then we have messenger at the top. So it could be something like, expect a message from somebody that's... I don't know. Let's find out. Before I say it, from a thief. Just... could be like somebody that... Could be like an energy vampire. A thief could mean anything. They just, either they drain you financially, they drain you mentally, spiritually, physically. You don't want them around. They're around, you feel like Satan's in your life. Like, you just feel like the devil is around. If you don't feel peace, you feel evil. Like, you just feel darkness. Like, that kind of thing. And then we have discrimination and social. So it could be somebody that degraded you, discriminated against you, hold on, parts that's touching is publisher and sexual. So they probably... could be a person that try to use their power with publisher, try to use their power to discredit you, and or like, let's say in a work environment, right, with the occupation. Well, it happens kind of sort of all the time. Like you're doing everything that you can, and you're doing great. You're at the top of your game. You're doing like your job and like 10 other people's jobs, right? And you're doing it without breaking a sweat. But let's say your manager or management just always overlook you in some way, shape, or form, and discrimination. And then they give it to somebody that isn't really qualified, right? With these two people talking. So they could be giving it, like, because we have the two people here, then we have, like, these two animals here. That's why I said that. And then, or gossiping about it in some way, shape, or form. And let's see what else. You have the devil curse. You see, you just feel what I said about just darkness. You don't want to be around them. You just like, who sent you? Like this not of God. Like this. You just feel cursed and miserable being around them. That was like, it could be like a spiritual hater. See, because now we have religion touching with possessed. Like, they probably try to use a lot to discredit you or bring you down in any way, shape, or form to either like try to curse you or degrade you, bring you down. Try to take away from you, take opportunities away from you. But it could be saying like in the distant horizon, things are gonna change, and that person gonna be like out in the cold. And then we have accomplishments, achiever. Right? So like I said before, like they because if you leave, right, and you walk away, and you, like, they're out in the cold, they don't have nobody to pretty much talk about or anything like that, and they still talking about you, but you're not on there, like, you're not there, they don't have access to you, you're not letting them live in your head rent-free or bother you in any way, shape, or form. You taking back your control and having an accomplishment over the situation. And those people that probably was gossiping and like believing whatever they were saying, trying to help distract you, or if it was two people, those two people, like the tables are gonna turn. Like they don't have access to you anymore. They won't be able to know what's going on with you. They won't have anything to talk about really. And because like with this, who brought you or who sent you here? It's just like you're aware that being around them isn't the best, right? And you just don't want to do it. So once you leave, and if they trying to like blame you, cause you, like make you to be the scapegoat and stuff like that, once the scapegoat is dead and or left, the problem should go away. If the problem does not go away, therefore that person was not the cause of said problem. Okay. So you should try to figure out what's the real problem and get to the root of the problem, that issue. Because whoever you try to sacrifice, degrade, talk about, it's not it. Like that's not the problem. That's not the problem. Like, and if they were the problem, why are you mad or hurt that you out in the cold and can't get back in? That's the real question. Like, why are you trying to seek vengeance? My bad, the camera. So I'm gonna do like a pyramid and then clarify with the animal deck. Well, I think I'm gonna do two pyramids. I'm gonna do like one upright, like this way, and then I'm gonna do one reverse that way. But I'm gonna clarify both if I have time. And then for the first one, we have the Knight of Pentacles upright. So very slow, stable, reliable, planning, very methodical, takes time in his adventures and what he's doing. This is not all willy-nilly. But he could be very stubborn, like very slow as well. And we have the Page of Swords reverse. It's very disappointing, swordsy, immature, gossiping that we had over here. That's a disappointment. Just immature, cold. And then we have the Six of Pentacles reverse. So breadcrumbing, not having equal give and take, or not receiving equal give and take. No generosity, not giving any way, shape, or form. That can be very disappointing. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so planting the seeds. And next we have the King of Cups. King of Cups kind of sort of wishy-washy. He holds the Ace of Cups, but he doesn't give the full cup. He's very slow to give the full cup of love. But he wants to receive love with no problem. He holds back in some way, shape, or form, and that sabotages the relationship. Just give love freely. Right? It's like I said, it's it mess up it sabotages the relationship in some way, shape, or form. It's like it's the Six of Wands reversed. Like you will get a victory, like you're in the relationship, but it's not gonna flourish or grow to the point of the potential that it can, because you're holding back in some way, shape, or form. Then at the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Cups reversed. You see, and I said he holds the Ace of Cups. He's not giving the full cup of love. Either there's no love here to give, and he's just stringing you along, and oh, my deck upside down. But yeah, that's what. And because the Seven of Pentacles is all about like planting the seeds, and you taking the time and to plant the seeds, and then they start growing, you water it and stuff like that, and then and then you grow, you reap it. You reap what you put out. You reap what you sow, right? But if you put negativity out and false love and fake love and all this other stuff, that's gonna come back to you. What goes around comes around. Or like if you just did minimal effort, like expect that to come back and happen. Like you're not, like I said before, the relationship is not gonna grow to the fullest potential that it could have, because you're holding back in some way, shape, or form. But the pages are normally like messengers, right? So you could be receiving like a disappointed message and thinking that you were gonna get more. But a page is also like a child. So, and kings tell pages what to do and like tell them the messages. So, like I said before, an Ace of Cups is reversed. There might not be a lot of love here as Pentacles. There's a lot of time, effort, money probably, but not love. Not love. I won't say love. Won't say love. Involved or here to deal with. But then we have the Star, and the Star is a wish and a manifestation. So, but with it here being with the Knight of Pentacles, you could be slow to move on or act on like a wish or your manifestation, something like that, or make changes so your wish and your manifestation can come in, because star card could also means delay, because the tower has needs to happen so the star can like come in. So things need to change or shift so you can start having that. So you wish your manifestation to come in, but you have to be true and honest and vulnerable to like with yourself and others. And then we have the Lovers. Right, so you're looking for, or you're hoping for, because the love, with the star cards, you hoping for like a solid, let's say like a solid love offer, or like a solid connection with the lovers here, friendship or something like that. But that would be on delay, or it won't, like I said before, it won't get to the levels where it can get to if you're holding back and not telling the truth. Things will be on delay and then slow down. And because the star card, normally you can see one person like pouring from, taking water from like this lake, which is supposed to be your subconscious, and like also pouring water into like the earth, supposed to be like your 3D. So you making your dreams become a reality. All that's on delay until you make those choices and move on and move forward. So if you like slow down, or let something distract you, like vengeance, or what somebody's saying or thinking about you, stop you or get in your head and slow you down from running your own like little race and your own little beginning, your own path and stuff like that, um, then yeah, your wish is gonna be on delay. Though like meaningful connections and stuff like that, where you can be yourself and be vulnerable and be open and understood, all that will be on delay. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Until you are brave enough to actually take, like I said before, like until you were like brave enough to just walk away and leave and realize you don't have to deal with this, you don't have to be around certain people. Like if it's a work situation and let's say it's your manager and they keep overlooking you and stuff like that, and like overlooking you and like passing you up on certain like promotions and stuff like that, you can look elsewhere and find a better place that will appreciate you where this person or this company or this place wouldn't. Right? Rather than just sitting here in disappointment, you can find a place that does appreciate you and will appreciate you. And rather than sitting here thinking like, oh, I'm cursed and this and the third, like, no, it could just be that one person. It's discrimination, either way, right? Either with, because we have social, could be like they're promoting people that they're friends with, and only those people that they're friends with, you're not really friends with them, so they keep overlooking you even though you're doing great at your job or more qualified at your job. Um, and with the sexual hair, it was just like those people that they're friends with or that they're sleeping with. Either way, that's gonna lead to their own demise, and the whole thing is gonna fall apart because those people might not be actually qualified for their job. So rather than staying in a job and like, or being around a place that's gonna crumble and fall apart, either way, you can just go somewhere else that's not going to, that's not operating on the same level as them, right? Where they have, let's say, good morals for one, but it's but where you're more appreciated, you feel at peace there rather than overlooked and underappreciated. Okay. Oh, snaps. It's the Six of Pentacles. That's his little neighbor. Okay, you're disappointed that you're not like all the, let's say, you could be saying like all the work that you're putting in, all the efforts that you're putting in, you're not getting that back, and that's why you could be disappointed. And might be a little bit harsh, be a little bit I would say swordsy, but like harsh, and saying things out of like anger, or like being childish in some way, shape, or form. And like those people that be like, oh well, seeing that they ain't do this for me, I'm not gonna do that for them. It's like that kind of, like those kind of people. It's like a job is not you. You're not the job. If I didn't do it for the job, I didn't. That does not mean I didn't do it for you. Now, if it's you, then yeah, I'm not like, then fine. But if it's like for a job, then you're not the job. You shouldn't have to tie the job to what's going on. Work is work. After work, when I clock out, just a whole different person. Like, I'm no longer said person. I don't gotta do certain things. You feel me? Um, but like I said, like all those work and those efforts that you put in, they might, be overlooking you, and could be very annoying. Right? Then we have the Page of Cups, which is, and Page of Cups is like creative, a dreamer, very emotional. I would say, but somebody deserve an apology from what I could see. With this Page of Cups here, but might not get that with the Six of Pentacles reverse. At the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Cups. Yeah, it's just you're disappointed because either what they told you how things were gonna be is not actually how it is. Right? Because it's a Knight to a Page. It downgraded, and then it went from a page to a king. But either way, this king is actually this page. At the end of the day, they're immature in some way, shape, or form, and filled your head or told you like a whole bunch of fantasies. You probably believed it, but your actual true happiness won't come in until you realize that what you're receiving here isn't equal give and take. And you have the choice to go and seek that and get that, right? Because these birds are the same birds on this distant horizons. Knight of Wands came back. So it's taking like, got 3 cards coming together. So we have the Knight of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Mother of Cups, which is pretty much the Queen of Cups. So it's like taking, with the Lovers here, taking a brave action towards like a love connection or a friendship with the Two of Cups. Just someone that you see eye to eye with, right, with this Queen of Cups. But it's still a knight to a queen. It's not balanced. It's not equal. And a queen can't have a relationship with a knight. Because knights, okay, like if I said before with pages or children, knights are pretty much, I won't say adolescents, but like, you feel me? Adolescents, like teen, adolescent, like it's a giant age difference. Maturity wise, is different, and or I could simply say like they're quickly to like join a relationship or give the couple love and then quickly to pull it away in some way point in time. or simply in a relationship with somebody that's like a player. It's Two of Cups and Lovers here. And the Queen of Cups, she gives the full cup of love because she holds the Ace of Cups just like the King of Cups hold it, but she gives the full cup of love, unlike the Ace of Cups, but unlike the King of Cups, who gives it in percentages. Um, but the Queen of Cups, her lessons is to realize that it's important to give and receive love. So it's important for her to love herself as well and make sure she take care of herself and self-care and um and be comfortable in herself and love herself so she can know in the star be comfortable and to be herself out in the world. And then we have the Knight of Swords, which is impulsive. Not trying to say impulsive, but it's like it's a brave, impulsive action, right? To like relationships or connections, or they quickly get in one and get out of one and just move on to the next without actually focusing on themselves and giving them self love. They look for it in other people elsewhere. And we have a broken heart, Three of Swords. That can lead to heartbreak and betrayal because you're not healing and you're looking for something that's outside of yourself and you can give it to yourself the whole time. Right now, funny enough, we had accomplishments. It's like a false victory. It's not really an it's not really an accomplishment if you think about it. It's false. It's not as good or as shiny as it could be. You could say in a way. Oh damn it! Now we have the King of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles with the Fool, and the Ten of Cups with the Six of Cups. So, pretty much like I said earlier, with the Knight of Pentacles, you're moving slowly. Because the Father, King of Swords, he very truthful, you could say. He holds, you see the sword as it lights up. The Ace of Swords, which is all about like truth, clarity. He speaks the truth, wants the truth. Very logical, good morals. But it's like once you know the truth and you see the truth, it's real hard to you can try to ignore it and suppress it, but at some point in time, you can't ignore it. Like, just staring you straight in the face. Like, you can't ignore it. You have to, like, address it and make that leap of faith. So, like, with the Fool, right? So, and with the Ten of Cups, I said that was crossing here. Like I said before, like, you see that as disappointing and it's not going to get anywhere. They're going to continue overlooking you in some way, shape, or form, or degrading you in some way, shape, or form. So you don't have to be there. You can go somewhere else. Start somewhere else. You don't have to stay there and act like a child or be immature in any way, shape, or form. You can just move somewhere else. You can cut this out, cut out the fantasy, and realize that you are not going to grow here, and whatever you plant here is only going to grow to a certain level, or just not going to be appreciated, so you can go somewhere else where it is going to be appreciated and can flourish and grow with no problem. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which are about like being free and liberated, right? Taking that leap of faith somewhere else, freeing yourself from this trick, these illusions, and trying to give your loyalty to something that made you happy in the past. Like in the beginning, things probably were fine, but things haven't been fine in a very long time. and just been flighty, immature, cold, harsh, playery. That has to come to an end. I can't keep going. Right? We have the Seven of Swords at the bottom, which is all about like being deceptive. Right? Because the Two of Cups, it takes two people to have like a friendship, a connection, or anything like that. But if somebody's all like full of themselves and have like, or self-absorbed or self-centered, you can't really do much with that or talk to them, because you're not gonna try to change or anything or feel like they're a problem or feel like your cup is good enough. So it's just like you can just go somewhere else, meet somebody else, rather than staying or being in a place we won't be like seen as a person, I guess you could say. Alright, so now we have this one. Just remember the Queen of Cups was there. So we have the Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So the Four of Swords is all about like taking a time out, a break, giving your mind a rest from overthinking or overanalyzing. With the Ten of Swords, you like put an end to the overthinking or overanalyzing stuff. Once you do that, you can see the truth clearly. Your intuition is like telling you what it is clearly. Not even screaming it to you, but you can just see things clearly. Everything makes sense. It shows you that the foundation that you're on isn't. It's on pause and it's on hold, and it's not gonna do anything but hurt you. So it's best to move and go somewhere else, because you will not grow any further. Next we have the Hierophant, right? It's all about trying to heal you and put you on a stable foundation. Put like this come to an end so you can get to a stable and a state, like an actual stable and firm foundation. Not this, where whatever this is. It's trying to, like I said before, they hold the Ace of Swords, which is truth and clarity. The Hierophant is trying to give you that truth and clarity, but you might be overthinking, overanalyzing, and that has to come to an end, and you have to free yourself so you can get to a stable and firm ground, away from this person, because it's not here, because they will continue to try to trick you, or you're being loyal to the past, them, but not how they are presently. How they are presently is hurting you, and you're worried about their feelings and their comfort levels, but you're not worried about your comfort level. And didn't we have the Knight of Swords, like Knight of Wands somewhere here as well? So we had two cards that pretty much came back, right? We had the Ten of Cups and this that came back. They could be just mostly worried about themselves and loving on themselves and not caring how much they hurt you, which the Hierophant is trying to tell you, like, hey, get away from here, get out of here. You will not grow no further. This situation has to come to an end. Right? You can try to stay there and try to work it out, but it's going to continue falling apart, because it's not meant to. It's like a garden, or like woods, forest. If you don't like tend to it and stuff like that, or like trim it from time to time, it's still gonna grow. Things will still grow, but then at some point in time, things are gonna grow over each other, and they should get sinkholes, okay? Like, it just retained water, and then because the water's not getting fully to the ground, and everything's trying to grow on top of each other. And if a tree falls, it just falls, and no one like can see it to go take it out. So when it rains, it has enough moisture to get to the ground and can evaporate with no problem. It doesn't get trapped in it. So then we have sinkholes and bad things happen. So it's like, you have to realize what is for you, what's not for you. Make that, like I said over here, reflect, see what's working for you, what's not working for you, what's the dream that you want to have, and what ties with the dream, what works with the dream, keep it. What doesn't, throw it away. No one, like in old shows and stuff like that, does it spark joy? If it doesn't spark joy, throw it away. Get rid of it. It's just taking up space that is not needed nor necessary. Just throw it away. Right? If you don't want to throw it away because that's wasteful, you can give it to somebody else. Another man's trash is another man's treasure. Okay? But at the bottom of the deck, we have the moon. The Hierophant trying to heal you from the things that you're not seeing. Because the moon is all about like deception, fears, illusions. We already had deception over here. So I'm trying to help you see clearly or know what right decision to make. So you don't get stuck in a situation that will do nothing but hurt you. And then we have strength. This could be pride, ego. You letting your pride get in the way of your actual happiness. Where you're trying to control the situation or control the outcome. Or trying to make them appreciate you. If they don't appreciate you, they don't appreciate you. They're not going to really appreciate you. Might appreciate you when you're gone, and at that point it's too late. You're gone. You know, that's their loss. And then he also holds one of the roses from the Two of Cups. So this player could let their pride or ego get in the way, be very flighty, in and out, and like I said before, you can continue building with this person, letting them come in and out, but either way, you know the truth of the situation is not going to really grow any further or like become anything more than what it already is, because they're not really love here. Right? And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. It's just, because the Ten of Pentacles is generational wealth, or just a commitment. It's a it could be like a commitment, or it's just about status with social, right? And there's no love, okay? The cup cards that we have here is like one side, okay? One-sided love. Somebody's giving like the cup to themselves, loving themselves, and not giving the love to the other side. And you see, one night's going this way, and another night's going that way. It's conflict. There's not equal give and take. Somebody can be self-absorbed, always like giving them self-love and not giving out that love, even though there's a lot of love, they're holding back and suppressing it. And that's very disappointing. And like I said, it's gonna sabotage the relationship. And then the other cup cards we have is the Ten of Cups, but that's tied with the Six of Cups, which is all about like the past, nostalgia, and thinking back and reminiscing. So that means that this Ten of Cups is pretty much just fantasy and daydreaming. So it's like there's no love, no actual love for each other here. Like, you know, so It's just pride and ego. And, going, like, we have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom, and there's like just going back and forth between like your pride and your ego, vengeance, and stuff like that. It's just unnecessary. So I don't have enough time to do like another pyramid. Plus, a lot of cards came out to clarify this, which I was not prepared for. So I'm just going to do like a 3-card summary. And then move on to the rest of the little cards that I have here. Okay, so we have the the King of Wands, but it came out slanted. So I'm gonna take it slanted. So the King of Wands, like upright, he's very like charming, action oriented, stuff like that. But reverse, he's very manipulative. Either way, he's not telling you the truth. That's the bottom line. Deceptive. Like, he will tell you what he feels like you should know, not the full-blown truth. He'll tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. Right, and then we have the Four of Cups. Right, receiving help from the divine spirit to free yourself from this thing and or person, this environment. Then we have the Knight of Swords reverse. Just like I said before, it's conflict. There's war. There's fighting. There's violence. Like, it's given. Right? And it's just egotistical. Just all ego. Then we have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. And the Chariot is all about like having only a balanced emperor, I say empress also, can drive the chariot, right? And the chariot is all about your free will, because you're using your mind, like controlling it through your mind. So you know where you want to go. You're very determined to go there and have a victory and see it through. But like I said, the King of Wands is slanted. He's 1/4 of the emperor. He's not balanced. Till things are balanced out, things will be on a delay. You will not be able to move on and move forward. And Spirit's trying to say, hey, let me help you get away from this fuckery. Because that's what it is. It's fuckery. Like, it's... Let's see what else. Right, they try to, with the discrimination, they try to use anything to try, to just, like, degrade you, slander your reputation, like, make a whole bunch of, like, false complaints, just anything to try to, like, get you frustrated, either just to leave or quit. But either way, you can just find another job and go to a place that's actually going to appreciate you, rather than sitting here suffering in silence. Right, so we have the Dead Flower Fairy, Sweet Memories. Like I said before, you being loyal to the memories, but not how they're treating you right now. Like, y'all might need to be separated for a little bit for them to work out some problems. I'm gonna put this here. right? You might need to spend some time apart to, they fix their problem, whatever they fight, and whatever demon they fight, and they fight that on their own, okay? Whatever demon you're now fighting because you was trying to help them fight that demon, you'd fight that on your own, okay? Because it wasn't your demon that you were supposed to be fighting anyways. You have your own demons to fight. Like, that's not yours. This is not your demon to fight. It's not, you can't fix that. They have to fix that. Them. Not you, okay? Then we have Marie Antoinette. Or, no, that's not it. But it says glamour, intrigue, and drama. That's this discrimination. They try to fill you with a whole bunch of drama, put your name in a whole bunch of drama, talk about you, slander, instigation, all of it. Either way, you could just walk away and leave it alone. You could also think about it as, with this curse, you on their mind, where they're not on your head. They're not in your mind. You're not thinking about them. Nothing. While you in their head, just rent free, take enough space. They're not taking up any space and time in yours. So you really bothering them just by you being you. You focusing on you in some way, shape, or form is bothering them. That's a lot of power. You hold a lot of power when you think about it. Especially if they try to fill your life with drama, and you walk away and you no longer give them access to you, or let them be around you, or know certain things about you. You have your boundaries up and stuff like that. They will be mad that they can no longer get to you, no longer have access. They feel out in the cold, missing out. And then they might try to pull on your emotions. Oh, remember when we did this, and the third? Yeah. But I also remember when you also stabbed me in the back. Repeatedly. Okay? This foundation with the 3 of Pentacles, it wasn't a teamwork. It was one person putting in all the effort while the other one did probably the bare minimum. If that. And then we have the fairy of the green world. The natural world needs you. Right? Just walk away. You have a lot of power. You have other things you got to focus on. And this ain't one of them. Like I said, you have your own deep... they be like, oh, everyone has skeletons in their closet. Yes. Everyone has a closet. Everyone has skeletons. Okay? You have your own closet. They have their own closet. You have your own skeletons that you have to make peace with and clear out that closet. Right? So you feel comfortable with yourself and who you are and what you present into the world. You're not putting on no ego, no facade, trying to pretend or be one thing where you're not. You're comfortable with who you are. Right? You made some mistakes. Yes. We all do. But you don't dwell on those mistakes and try to pass it over, or present yourself to be some all knows wise person that doesn't make any mistakes. No. I make mistakes. I can admit that. It's part of science. Well, say it all the time. It's a part of science. Mm-hmm. Okay. Sometimes in science you have to start over multiple times. I didn't have to do that in chemistry because you gotta be precise. But no, I think I did it one time when I was creating aspirin, but that was different. But because the powders all looked the same, so we didn't know what exactly it was gonna. Yeah, you gotta. But sometimes you gotta start things over, or you can create a problem. But like I said before, you got with the the trees and trimming, and so you won't have sinkholes and stuff like that. You still have to maintain, even if it's a plant, right? You get a plant and you buy a plant, you still have to maintain it. Make sure those leaves that's falling, you take it out, that it doesn't affect the rest of the plant. You have to replant the pot. Well, repot the plant, because it grows and it needs like another pot so it can continue growing. Because if you put it in one pot, it doesn't have. If you continue keeping it in one pot, it's not gonna continue growing, or it's gonna grow, but it's not to the level where it can grow. It's going to, you know, it's gonna start losing leaves because it doesn't have enough room, and the roots is all tied together. It's not enough space, okay? And this is just not good for the plant nor any. It's not good, okay? It's just not good. So replant your plants, remove the dead plants or dead leaves, okay? I have like a mini garden, so that's what, you know. Now I also had to do that to one of my plants because I was very confused. Now it's growing beautiful and growing great. I had to keep repotting it because it wasn't a big enough pot, and I was very confused. Especially because the pot that I bought it in wasn't big enough from the beginning, so it was like, oh, that's the problem. So I had to like continue finding like bigger pots to put it in. But yeah, right now it's growing. I got little plants growing and all that. Yeah. But that wouldn't have happened if I had just kept it in that plant or the original pot that I had it in. It would have some point just started dying off and just wilting, and probably wouldn't have been able to save it. But next we have the snow angels. The signs are already what? The signs are with you already. Right? That either this tree is dying or there's about to be a sinkhole and you're not paying attention to it. And we'll get one more. Next we have mend a broken heart fairy, healing from heartache. All right, and we had that 3 of swords. Like, it's time to heal and let this go. Wrap it up. And leave some people out on the gold. And at the bottom of the deck, we have time for spirit. All right, set some time out for yourself. Meditation. Oneness. So we have Beauty and the Beast. You need some space in a relationship. See? But the distant horizon, when I said wrap it up, you let it go. Like, oh, I guess we're shuffling. Normally for, like, how I do, like, you guys reading is different how I do my own reading. That's what's like, I guess we're shuffling. It's because normally I just pull for the top. Ooh, my bad. Hit the names. Okay. So, we have the mermaid and a turtle. An elder will teach you. Alright, if you're wondering how to get out of this, how to get away from this, bro, just simply... Everyone heals from a broken heart from time to time. Everyone heals differently. But the important part is to get out and heal. The person that hurt you can't heal you. I mean, they can give you like closure in some way, shape, or form, but they have to be able to be balanced in themselves and be able to hold themselves accountable for the actions that they have contributed into this relationship or this partnership. If they're not able to do that, no matter how much closure you want and you will need, they are not going to be able to give you that closure. Either they're like emotionally immature or just immature in some way, shape, or form. But we have strange companies and strange places, challenge, use your imagination, and then we also have you're unlike anyone else. Your tradition and your complexity are interesting. And then we have Poe, brave flight. You won't let fear stop you this time with that Knight of Wands. Freeing yourself from this. You're not letting fear slow you down or stop you back from, cutting this out. Because you gotta get away from it. Okay? Have an actual. The Chariot beats the four. Not the four. The Chariot beats the Six of Wands. The Chariot is an actual, true victory, conquering, right? A determination, right? To have a victory, an honest, true victory, not false, like victory. Don't get me wrong. Like sometimes you might lose a battle, but you win the war. But you're not like sacrificing people or just giving up things, doing the bare minimum and be like, yeah, we can just pick it up in a different time. We're going to get it back. Like, no, 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 no. Then we have the Mermaid of Immersion, complete commitment. And then we have Ultimus of the Forest. You are now independent and free. So that all came out together. Right? Because with the 9, with this, you're now independent and free. That's pretty much the 9 of Pentacles. Right? With this complete commitment, that's the 10 of Swords over here. Think you're overkill. Stabbed in the back, betrayal, brutal. Like, you just see that things have to come to an end. You've been betrayed time and time again. Okay? Like, you just gotta let it go. Okay? And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the time has come to act now. Like, you gotta let it go. You gotta heal from it. You gotta let it go. You gotta free yourself. Okay? Because this can't keep going. Can't keep going. Like, you're already mad, you're already irritated, and you're already disappointed. You used to love it, now you don't love it. There's not, like I said, like, there's no really love here. You're just slowing yourself down from actually meeting new love and actual other potential. New love potential for something that made you happy in the past. That you're not even allowing time and space to heal whatever has been broken, or even like giving time to speak about it or communicate about it, to get like that sense of clarity. Like I said before, they could just be immature, and you're not going to be able to get that. So you have to move on and find clarity or closure for yourself and realize that this person or this situation isn't it. Let's see if there's anything else. The little character does. We have wait, see before oh, okay. Okay. So it's the first one that came out. It says, when you shy as fuck but you need some money. Like, but then we did have that publisher, right? And sexual, right? Discrimination. Right? And then these came out with, don't give up even if it's painful, even if it's agonizing. Don't try to take the easy way out. And then we have, that makes me a sad pants. Like, some fights are worth fighting, or worth fighting for, right? But it's legit saying this needs space, and like, it needs some time. Y'all need some time apart so y'all can build up y'all strength, y'all confidence and stuff like that, to then, come back and talk about it. But y'all need to have like time apart, like legit time apart, actual time apart, be able to reflect and think about it. If this is something that's actually worth continuing giving to or being in. Then we have, when I know I ain't wrong, I don't give a fuck if you never speak again. See? Yo, they wronged you and you did absolutely wrong. So I don't give a fuck if y'all speak again. I support it. Like, it's just... And it's like, once you realize you did nothing wrong and they continue to hurt you or wrong you in some way, shape, or form, or degrade you, like I said before, you can leave. There's going to be a different place that appreciates you. Like I said before, another man's trash is another man's treasure. They treated you like trash, somebody else going to treat you like a treasure. And then when you're gone and you're no longer there, they're going to see how all of the like what you put into the group, what you brought to the group, and they might try to get you back or make you try to stay and stuff like that, but it's going to be too late. You're already gone. You're already out. Then we have, what matters isn't if people are good or bad. What matters is if they're trying to be better today than they were yesterday. Honestly. And if they're not, that's on them. Like, if the past is the past, you can't do anything about the past. We're going to live in the present. So that's why, like, you're being loyal to the past version of them, and that's yesterday. Today is today. How they're acting today is completely different, and they've been acting like that for, let's say, like a while. They haven't been that person from the beginning since, let's say, like an example, like 6 years. Let's say y'all been together 6 years, right? They haven't been the person that you first met, but like 6 months, bro. Why are you still being loyal to that? Like, it's just, like, come on now. Like, they haven't been that person for, like, mad long. You had plenty of evidence with the signs are already with you. Plenty of evidence to see, like, who they really are. To, gather the information and be like, I don't want to be here. I don't care. Like, I gave 110%. I gave honestly, truthfully, willingly, genuinely, out the kindness of my heart, and they took it for granted. Stabbed you in the back, left you for dead, tried to sabotage you, betray you, lie to you, slander you, degrade you in any way, shape, or form, and they did it for no reason. Just leave. Walk away. In the good words of Bernie Mac, fuck them. Like, it's just, it's not their life. It's your life. It doesn't matter what they think about you, what they're going to say about you. A lot of people are not going to appreciate you and the things that you bring to the table until it's too late. It's sad to say, but it's life. Okay? Another man's trash is another man's treasure. And then that person that treated you like trash will see how this person is treasuring you and how you're growing and you're flourishing, and then they might, be like, oh snap, I lost a good thing. Like, yeah. Or they try to put you on a pedestal and, try to make you not come down. Or it's like, the collector's items with certain people, they don't try to, like, take it out the box because it's a collector's item. But it's just like, no, you're meant to play with it and socialize with it and have fun with it. You could have just bought two and just, that kind of thing. But you're meant to, like, interact with things and people, learn things, learn new experience, and grow. Not just... That's pretty much like four of pentacles, holding things back, feeling inadequate and insecure in some way, shape, or form. And this is all out of greed and control, and it's just, no. You gotta heal that. But yeah, that's all that I'm seeing for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye.